Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. first opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down for retention across the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run out of the gun with Ekeler. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews. goes. There to make the grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Ravens 14, Colts nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
To Michael Pittman. It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
It's just me and you. Mike 1, Mike 1.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Jackson on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Odafe Oweh able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Here we go. What's the mic? Watch one. I'm going to run you over.
60 Eagle. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So Mike's number one. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
2nd and 3. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21, Colts 7.
Second and 2. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Ravens.
Here is Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Just a gain of a couple there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. A handoff, it's Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Going on the ground with Eckler, fighting him up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Room to run past midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They go play action with Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
And this one's high, but not very far. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. Got you.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Check. So Mike's number one. Double.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
22, he's coming. Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam. 13. Crack them.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
22's coming. 22's coming.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go. 22. Like 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Ravens.
Now Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the scramble.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
35, Colts 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
42-7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Get that quarterback. And all.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. So Mike's number one. Mike's number one. Watch the run. Mike one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the slant. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Watch one. Check.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It's a gain of 20.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. Michael Pittman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start first and 10. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
22, 22.
Once more, here's Eckler. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Breaks a tackle. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd down and inches. And a catch right side by Evans.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They're going to look to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about...
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
46 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. A strong running. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.